Ford Focus 2012 through 2018. 5-speed manual transmission. Transmission fluid level check. First thing you want to do is pull your airbox out. In order to do that, you have a 7mm clamp on the throttle body that you have to loosen. Some of the 2012 Focuses, it might be an 8mm for the clamp, but generally speaking, it's a 7mm to loosen the clamp. Then you want to unclip your mass airflow sensor. And then after you unclip that, you have to take your flap off over here, and then your lower flap, and then you pop the airbox out of the grommets. There's 2 grommets, and then there's a little third one over by where that flap was. And then you pull the hose off the throttle body, you pop the airbox out of the grommets, and you lift it on out of there. Checking the fluid level this way will make it where you don't have to jack the car up and put it on jack stands. And if you're concerned about the car not being level on jack stands, I mean, this is for you. And with the airbox out of the way, this is what you'll be looking at. By the way, this is the grommet set the airbox pops down into. There's a grommet right there. Grommet retainer. And here's the other one. It's broke off on mine, but it comes off of that leg there. I've got me an old frying pan here I'm going to put under the car just to catch any overflow out of the transmission. I've got my 8mm Allen socket here. And if you look down here on the front of the transmission, there's your check plug. I'm going to put that on there. There you go. Get your ratchet on it. Here we go. It might take a little effort to break it loose, but here we go. Counterclockwise. Once it's broken loose, you can get your hand on it and take it all the way out. And here we go. And as you can see, it's level with the hole, which technically is overfilled a little bit. If you look at the shop manual, the level's supposed to be just like a millimeter below the threads on that hole. So technically that's slightly above, but I've got a slow leak on my transmission, and I like to keep it level so I know exactly the level. If it doesn't come drizzling out a little bit like that, then I know it needs a little bit of fluid. But like I said, I've just got a slow leak from an axle seal on this car. And this is after driving it a few thousand miles, so something good to do every oil change there. And if you're wondering where the drain plug is, it looks like this, but it's on the bottom towards the roll restrictor, which is the bottom mount. I'll try to show you here. No, I'm not going to have a good angle. Another thing with checking it this way is you don't need to have special pump or anything to get the fluid in from the bottom. I've got one of those tiny little funnels I fit in there, and then you can just pour the fluid in from the top. Looks a little something like that, except maybe a little smaller at the end. I can't find it right now, but looks really similar to that. And you can double it up too if you need more angle to pour the fluid in. So like when you stick this in the transmission, it's going to be kind of horizontal like that. So I usually just put another one on like that, and you just pour it in from the top. But yeah, that's how you do it, guys. I sure do hope this video helps. Have yourselves a great day, and happy driving.